Benedict Arnold became the captain in the governor's second company of guards. Arnold, along with a man named Ethan Allen, captured Fort Ticonderoga. After he was successful in capturing the fort, he started to come up with the plans for a Canadian invasion. Later in the years, Arnold started bargaining with the British because he was mad about how the American government was treating him. When Benedict Arnold's messenger was caught carrying a message from Britain, he fled the country.
And not to steal, and not to commit adultery.
I am surely the victim of some villain who has been busy with my fame and basely slandered me. I'm conscious of committing no crime, except it be a crime to have sacrificed my interest, ease, and happiness in the public cause. Their extremely cruel action surprises and mortifies me. My heavens, I will have justice, and I'm a villain if I seek not a brave revenge for injured honor.
They refused to tell his side of the story. They failed to acknowledge his achievements. They tried to write him out of the history books. The time for myths and lies are over. Now, one of America's greatest generals returns to claim his rightful place of honor.
Butler's Rangers were led by John Butler, a successful farmer from New York that held the rank of lieutenant colonel in New York's colonial militia while remaining deputy superintendent of the British Indian Department. He aimed to maintain the neutrality of the Six Nations in accordance with British policy and was successful. The Rangers were made up of large groups of Indians and some colonists who were most successful in attracting recruits. By late June of 1778, they had a sizable force of 200 Rangers and 300 Indians. A poorly tackled raid led by Butler's son, Captain Walter Butler, killed more civilians than rebel soldiers and has forever left a stain on the history of the Corps. The Rangers had a surprising number of raids conducted throughout the spring and summer of 1780 and even continuing into 1781.
Betsy Ross was said to be the first person to make the first American flag. This flag encouraged patriotism in America. Later in her life, Betsy Ross joined the Free Quakers, or Fighting Quakers, because they did not adhere strictly to the historic pacifism of the sector. When her husband died, she kept her upholstery business and started to make flags for Pennsylvania. She died in 1837, but was reburied in 1857 in Free Quaker burying ground.
Captain Nathan Hale was among the 13 scholars of highest rank at Yale College and originally intended to become a Christian minister, but became a teacher of higher education to children and then was later enrolled underage into the military. After planning his own attack, he was attached for special service. After inquiring about an English fight in New York, he was seized and examined. He was hung at the age of 21 years old for being a spy, but was honored still by many colonies, as he has 3 bronze statues in his name. Major John Andre was driven to join the army by a broken heart. He became a prisoner of war and ended up pursuing a career in art laced with military, writing poetry and making art for the Revolutionary War to come.